Good evening, folks, and welcome to senior night here at Ellwood City Lincoln High School. First up is Madison Long. Here comes Maddie Long. She is escorted by her parents, Tom and Mandy Long. She has played basketball for 4 years and has been a guard. Maddie's future plans are to attend Kent State University to criminology. Words of thanks. I want to thank my parents for the countless hours spent driving to tournaments, games, and practice, and for always supporting me. I also want to thank my teammates and coaches for always encouraging me. Her words of wisdom: always play hard and play as a team. Enjoy every moment. Miss Madison Long. And next we have Miss Claire Noble. She is being escorted by her parents, Ryan, and Coach Dina Noble. She's played 4 years of varsity basketball as a guard and a forward. Her future plans are to attend Clarion Universities to study to become a math teacher and earn a scholarship, and she has earned a scholarship to play basketball. Words of thanks. Thank you to my family for all the sacrifices they made throughout the years. Very special thanks to my teammates and coaches who have helped make my high school basketball career special. Claire's words of wisdom: no one can make you challenge yourself to become better. It is all on you. Senior Claire Noble. So what a great night for our seniors. Always a special night by our basketball boosters. I think Jackie Sturgeon was kind of the brainchild behind putting those together. And Aaron Kuhnfair was a big help tonight, getting the balloons and everything ready to go. So tip-off for the game is scheduled to be at 6:30. So we will be, I'll let the camera keep rolling here. See the players and the parents. So I think 3 of the 4 parents are school teachers. Dina's a teacher here. Mandy Long teaches French, and her husband, he's guidance counselor, I think, over toward Butler Way. So, well-educated young girls. And, of course, Claire's father, Ryan, serves in our military.
I wonder where she got the mathematics from.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody influenced her on that one.
Probably not. Probably not. If you're an Ellwood City graduate, but probably about the mid-'80s to you had Miss Douglas, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, no, I did not have Douglas. My brother did. I had her.
Oh, okay.
I did have
a couple
Mrs.
generations
Dina Noble.
going on there as teachers. Sandy Douglas, Claire's grandmother, she will be here tonight. She's at every game, cheering on her granddaughter.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think she retired the year I was going to have her.
One of my favorite teachers. And I didn't have Coach Dina as a teacher because I'm older than her.
Well, I was fortunate enough to have her, and I think along the way, if you look at it back when I was in school, there was a lot of math teachers there that hooked me on mathematics, and she was definitely one of them. Okay. There was a Miss Marjorie Atkins, the late Atkins back in the day. She taught here for like 50, 60 some years.
Yes.
And that whole math department, darn good. Mr. Dave Bramer, even I had him. So there's a lot of coaches out there, including Dina Noble here tonight, that I was able to see.
Oh, good. Oh, good. So with that, folks, I don't see let's plan on being back on the air about 6:25.
Yep. We'll see what they say exactly here,
we'll
but we'll chime back in.
We'll get you back in going.
All right, folks. Varsity matchup here. Ellwood City versus Beaver Falls senior night here shortly.
Hi, friends, and a very pleasant good evening as we come to you tonight from Lincoln High School, Big Gym, Ellwood City, Pennsylvania, as our Ellwood City Lady Wolverines take on the Beaver Falls Tigers. Got it right this time. So, a big section matchup here. Thad Sturgeon alongside Brad Windhorst. Dakota Marshall running camera. Brad, give us a rundown there in this final week of the regular season.
Yep, quick rundown is the Neshannock Lancers and Beaver Falls Tigers both at 7-1. It's going to come down to who can win out and basically win the section. For Ellwood City, they're 5-3. Slim, very slim chance to potentially tie for it. They need some help along the way, and it starts tonight against the Beaver Falls Tigers. But the nice thing is both these teams are in playoffs. This could be a matchup down the road.
Well, the biggest thing about the matchup for me, Brad, is next Monday we're going to get seedings on where all these teams are going to be playing at, and the better the record now, that better seeding is going to be. Folks, hey, we're going to have our playing of our national anthem. And there you have it, folks, our national anthem. And we're just moments away from the starting lineup, senior night. And if you've listened to our broadcast since I've been doing here the last 6-7 years, senior night is one of the most special nights of the year for me in every sport. Brad, I'll finish that thought. Brad, go ahead.
The two seniors for the Tigers were Avina Norman, number 21, and number 4, Callie Legsden. Wolverines did a really good thing for recognizing them. Lineup here for the Tigers. Number 11, starting us off, the guard forward, the freshman, number 11, Donica Norman. Number 1, check that. Number 2, the guard sophomore, Taylor Pullen. Followed by number 3, the guard, the sophomore, Draven Heskins. And number 4, the senior guard, Callie Legsden. And finally, senior forward guard, number 21, Avina Norman. The head coach is Dom Henderson. The assistant coaches are Darian Johnson and Elena Cluckley for the Beaver Falls Tigers. 13-5, 7-1 section play.
And the first time around down at Beaver Falls took care of business and beat the Wolverines. Here we have the starting lineup for the Ellwood City Wolverines is number 2. She's a junior standing at 5'6", 148 points on the year, Miss Caitlin Kreitzer. Next she stands at 5'9". She's a junior, 182 points so far this season. Number 21, Delaney Sturgeon. Next up, 5'5". She plays bigger than that. She's a junior, 130 points. Number 32, LC Sturgeon. And one of the two seniors starting tonight for the Wolverines. 5'5" senior, number 25, Maddie Long. And finally, rounding out is number 12, 6 foot tall, 288 points on the season, 828 in her illustrious high school career is number 12, Claire Noble. The Wolverines head coach is Coach Dina Noble, assistant coach John Florentino, Heidi Feltrop, and Keithan Jones. The Wolverines are 13-7, 5-3 in conference play. Dropped a tough loss last week to Mohawk. Really affected the standings a whole bunch. They had a nice 12-point lead, and they watched that slip away, Brad. I think going to be key for the Wolverines tonight as they're playing a very, very good Beaver Falls team. Can you shower that off? Forget about that loss. Again, you and I talked about it as it was unfolding, that they should have won.
Yep.
But
it's a shoulda, woulda, coulda. But tonight
is a
we
new
know
night.
is a new night.
And home game, senior night, a nice crowd on hand. Great student section. a nice crowd here as we send off our seniors for their last home game. And tip-off is taken by the Tigers of Beaver Falls. Bringing it up the court. Hands it out there to number 21, Avina Norman. We'll be saying her name a lot. She's big underneath, but she also, for a big person, can handle the ball very, very well. Down the lane, tries to put it up, and calls the travel. A nice job there by Kreitzer and Maddie Long to disrupt things enough.
You see the Wolverines defense-wise. We kind of see a and one, basically. Claire Noble's in the middle, boxed in right in there. All four man-to-man.
Here comes Kreitzer down the lane, wants to kick it back out. Maddie Long gets the ball, kicks it out to Delaney Sturgeon. Has a little shake and bake, a little bit of low pass there, and double dribble. So 2 possessions, 1 by each team, end up in turnovers. Now, the Wolverines appear to be doing that full court press, which we've seen a lot early on, or in the latter parts of the season here. Gets it down there. There's Norman, Elsie Sturgeon there. She goes up, puts it in. You can't let them do that if you're the Lady Wolverines. Kreitzer now looks to coach Nita Noble in her third year. Kreitzer wants to dribble. This Kreitzer, turn around, picked up her dribble, no man's land, goes underneath Elsie Sturgeon. Who ends up with it is Norman coming the other way. Beaver Falls, Taylor Pullen, I beg your pardon, Haskins now gives the ball to Pullen, just a 10th grader. A young Beaver Falls team out here on the court. Gets in the hands of Haskins. Dribbles around there, tries to get down the lane, and going to call another travel. Wow.
2 turnovers apiece with 1 possession being the bucket. 5 in, 2-0 lead. You can kind of see the nerves.
A minute and a half into the game. Yeah, I would say that, Brad.
And I think it's because both these teams know one could go for a section. The other one's, hey, this could help our seeding.
Disrupt. Yeah, yep. It's big out there on that far wing to Delaney Sturgeon. She comes down the lane, kicks it underneath, and should have kept a hold of it. Who's going to jump on it? A ball flies in the air, picked up there by one of the Tigers. Down the lane, little jumper, puts it up, does not go. Norman gets the rebound and going to get the and one. I think Delaney just wasn't even a ball. She hit her with the shoulder. So Delaney going to get called with the first foul of the game for the and one is Avina Norman. Off the back of the rim, does not go, but a rebound taken there by Beaver Falls. We've seen that too many times from the Lady Wolverines, letting them foul shot rebounds, not getting them.
It's an extra possession
lane,
for the Tigers.
Puts it out there, and she can shoot the 3.
Yep, and
she does it there.
It bottom.
Legston, we've been watching her do it now for about 4 years, Brad.
And quickly,
and
just like that.
A 7-0 run. Wolverines cold here. They've only really taken one shot. I don't even know if they've taken a shot yet. There it is to Maddie Long. Kicks it out there to Kreiser. No shake and bake move. Puts it up. Doesn't get it to go. How you don't call a foul there is going to be on me. Legston goes down, puts it up, and she's going to be fouled as Claire Noble. Legston, but wisely, I don't know why more players don't do that, did that little stop jump and catches the would-be defender off guard. So to the line for 2 is Legston, a senior. I've always been impressed with her as a player, Brad.
Yeah, she's one that can shoot the 3. She can also handle the ball fairly well. An underappreciated individual for this team.
So Kayla Jones going to check in for Maddie Long. So 8-0 run here to start off the game. Make it 9-0. Wolverines got to stop the bleeding here and get a score. 3 minutes in, I don't even know if we've got a shot yet. There's Kayla Jones who just checked in. Wanted to go underneath, but well covered there. Setting up an offensive play. Beaver Falls playing very aggressive. There's a 3 by Jones. Front of the rim, don't go. Who ends up with it is Norman, the younger one. Now coming the other way is Haskins. Puts the ball into the hands of Pullen. Pullen now. Drives down the lane, puts it up. No, Pass up there to Langston, puts it up and makes it count. 11-0. You got to call timeout here, don't you, Brad?
Well, you got adversity right off the bat. You're going to try to get through it. But, yeah, we're one possession away from timeout.
This reminds us of the first game because the Wolverines came out at about a 12-2 run. Jones, shot, don't go. Rebound by Haskins. Coming the other way is Beaver Falls. Oh, Beaver Falls in his first close to 4 minutes of the game. They take a breath, slow it down a little bit into the hands of Poland. Kicks it out there to Avina Norman, that is. Norman, shake and bake, puts the shoulder down, goes in, puts it up, tries to kiss the glass, and who ends up with it is senior Claire Noble coming the other way. Full head of steam. Bounce pass underneath, and going to get the travel. Dadgum. That's about 4
Yeah, that's 4 turnovers.
possession-type turnovers for the Wolverines.
And Wolverines have 2 shots, but not the best shot so far.
No. Sets up for the 3. It's off the mark. Gets it is Claire Noble. She's pushing down the court. She wants to take it coast to coast. Does a little scoop. Count it. And she's going to get the and one to, wow, I hate to say this, Brad, 4 minutes and 22 seconds into this game. The Wolverines get their first points. Well, so the foul was on number 4, Langston, her first, team's first. Now Noble. And completes the and one. Beaver Falls has handled the press quite easily now.
I was going to say that's probably the difference from last year. This team can handle the press like it's
Yep, there's
like
Langston
it's their
for
job.
3. Counted, it's good. Can't leave her open like that.
Wow.
They know how to answer.
She's got 10 already.
Wow.
It's crazy.
The senior gets 10 of the 14 points. Beaver Falls, not a big crowd, but they got a lot to cheer about right now. Noble. And, they are going to get, I think it's Langston. And that will be her second. That will be huge because this is not a deep bench.
I think they're saying number 2.
Yes, okay, number 2. Poland. Gets it in there to Delaney. She wants to dribble down the lane, puts a little jump up, doesn't go. Taken there, Elsie Sturgeon gets it. And I think her forward momentum took her. No, they're saying white ball.
Yep,
okay.
I think on the way down it touched out of bounds.
So 14-3, Wolverines, 3 minutes to go here in the first period. Got to get it in, and they do. Kayla Jones for 3. Off the back of the rim, don't go. Who ends up with it? They got Delaney with the push off. Son of a gun, that's her second foul. So Delaney sits there with 2. So
3 on 1.
Break the press underneath to Norman. Loses the handle. She puts it up. Who ends up with it? Norman, not giving up on the play. Kicks it all the way out to Langston from a deep 3. Air biscuit does not go. So the Wolverines now trying to get something going here offensively.
I know it was an air ball there, but my goodness, offensive rebound, 3 on 1, wide open 3.
Yep.
Wolverines got
lucky. The press isn't working right now for the Wolverines like it has been. Jones goes down the lane, kicks it out to Delaney. She launches up a 3 ball. It's good. Drains it. The power of the 3 cuts that lead to 8. So they got it figured out. They can't do that. Up and in. Tic-tac. Does not go. Puts it up. Who ends up with it? They're going to get Claire with a foul over the back. I think it's Claire.
If so, that will be her second as well.
Yes.
Wow. And now defensively, you got to play
You're
straight
kind
up.
of handicapped because you've watched Delaney see what she was doing down there the last couple of defensive plays. You're just kind of stuck there. Langston for 3. Off the back rim, does not go. Elsie Sturgeon with the rebound. Kicks it to Kayla Jones. Kayla, full head of steam. Looks, wants to drive. Goes coast to coast, doesn't get it to go. Who ends up with it? Is Poland. It was Haskins, actually. Now gets in the hands of Poland. minute 41 remaining here. Setting up an offensive play. Out there to Norman. A lot of ball movement, perimeter action here now. Shoots the three off the backboard, does not go. Delaney Sturgeon with the rebound. Head up, wants to dribble down. Meets some resistance, goes down, puts it up, and count it. It's good. Huge 5 points there by Delaney Sturgeon, because it feels like the Wolverines should be down a lot more than 6 at this point in the game.
I was just going to say, Thad, 14-8, this feels like a blessing right now.
Oh, but you can't let this happen. There's the three by Haskins. Doesn't go. Kayla Jones with the rebound. Coming the other way. Maybe wants to slow it down, but she wants to.
Nice pick. Oh.
And does not get it to go. And a push off. I think it's going to be against Beaver Falls.
Yep. Fixing his shoe real quick. That was number 11, Norman, but we'll see. Yep, they're going to call the foul on Norman. Her first, team's
Donica
third.
Norman. So the Wolverines now trying to get it inbounds, gets it to Delaney, almost lost it, kicks it out to Caitlin Kreitzer. Kreitzer now gets in the hands, 45 seconds, lots of time. Out to Elsie Sturgeon, hands it off there to Kayla Jones, trying to get a pick, out to Kreitzer. Got Delaney on the short wing here, gets in the hands. Claire Noble directing traffic to Elsie. Now to Claire, well guarded there by Legson, loses it and out of bounds. It's going to be Beaver Falls ball. That being said, Brad, Beaver Falls has gone about 2.5, close to 3 minutes now without scoring a bucket.
Yeah, they've gone cold from the field. We'll see if they can get the last one here to finish the quarter.
So all the way across court, that's how they're beating this press so far. Into the hands of Poland, sets up a three, does not go. Clara Noble with 10 seconds, gets it up to Kayla Jones. Kayla wants to drive, does a little shifty move, puts it up and doesn't go. And those are shots you need to make when you're down by 6.
So it'll stay with the Wolverines here. 5.1 officially up on the board.
Clock don't start till somebody touches the ball inbounds. So kick it in, kick it in. Out to Elsie, out to Delaney. Puts up a shot and doesn't get it to go. I think she was almost looking for a foul there. So at the end of one, it's 18-4, 14-8, dyslexia kicking in there, is Beaver Falls. Hey, got to give a shout out to a couple people. Erin Kuhnfair. She's helped a lot here tonight with senior night. They're having a nice meal here afterwards. A lot of parents have made food for it, and she kind of spearheaded that. She's here selling 50-50 tickets. More importantly, Erin does not have a daughter playing. Her and her husband have the bus garage, so Notor's down there, and she's made all the food for the away games and the treats for the girls. So a huge shout out to Erin Kuhnfair and all of her help with the Lady Wolverines this season. And Miss Debbie, I know you're listening, and I understand you had some issues there, lower body, leg, I'm not exactly sure what it was, and unable to come to the game. But Miss Debbie, you know who you are. The girls know you're watching, and we know how big of a fan you are of Ellwood City Sports, and of course, Ellwood City Girls Basketball. Senior night, I was starting to say there at the start of the game, Brad, and you know this because you sat beside me on every one of these games. Senior night, to me, is just one of the most emotional nights. You know, we get to cover these girls and ball players, football players, whatever, for their 4 years. Some that have played all 4 years, and you think of the hours spent on this court, the hours that they put in at the gym, all that time, and knowing that tonight is their last regular season game. You know, it's
and I think we can kind of go on the record potentially being their last game on this court.
The way it looks right now. So Kreitzer now got a dribble. She gets out of the 5 seconds. Ran into trouble that last game. So possession arrow. Yep, you got to move it around some. So into Claire Noble, out to Delaney, fakes the three and traveled. She's got to watch that. They're calling it now. She got it twice last week and another one here tonight. She does that fake shot and does that shuffle step. So trying to get the ball up the court. And they do get it across the timeline. Bounce pass there to Norman. She pulls back out. Langston from deep three. Guarded there by Delaney Sturgeon. Delaney with 2 fouls. Claire Noble with 2 fouls. Something to keep in mind in the early going of this second period of play.
Yep, if I'm the Tigers, you know who I'm attacking.
Yeah, of course. And they did it right there. Puts it up. Does not go. Kayla Jones with the rebound. Quick head of steam. Pushing the ball up the court. Kind of passing up people. Launches up the 3. Does not get it to go. Saved there by Delaney Sturgeon, but gets it into the hands of Haskins. All the way down, and a great defensive play there by Elsie Sturgeon to break up that fast break. I'll take that every day over an easy 2-point layup and in.
Yep, and more importantly, no foul.
Yep.
So that's
a
a win-win, honestly, for the Wolverines.
Yes, it is.
So inbounds here comes to Norman. Vina with the ball here, guarded by Elsie.
Kicks it out there to Pullen. Pullen now gets a little bit of a screen, puts it up off the mark. Kayla Jones now with the rebound.
That's 9 straight missed shots by the Tigers.
So Kayla Jones, Wolverines got to make a pay. Oh, pretty. Kayla Jones. What a play.
Welcome
with
to the
Euro
game.
Step.
Welcome to the game. Wow.
Oh, a nice block there.
Here we
Taken.
go.
Kayla Jones
Easy
puts it
buckets.
up. Oh,
that's
and
gonna be a
she's going to
foul.
be fouled hard. She's going to go to the line for 2. That's legit. I mean, Taylor Pullen got her money's worth in that foul.
Yep. And that's going to be her second, team's first of the quarter. Bunt in the act of shooting. And Thad, don't look now. 14-8.
Yep.
14-10 now.
It. Wow. As you said, Brad, they've gotten cold at Beaver Falls, and they're not getting the clean looks like they did early on. Jones makes the first one. Wolverines down by 3. And I think this student section, well, we'll just see what happens. Kayla Jones now. Second shot forthcoming. Off the back of the rim, too hard, and almost rebound there. Langston ends up with the ball. I almost like how the Wolverines took off the press. I mean, I know it wasn't an inbound play, but don't be afraid to catch. Norman now drives down, puts it up. Oh, pretty floater.
The floater.
And goes right in.
She's got 6. Only 2 scores so far, 6 and 10. That's Legsden and Norman.
So kicks it out there to Claire Noble. She wants to shoot the 3. And I'll tell you what, nice scoop, puts it up, doesn't get the roll. Who ends up with it?
Ooh.
Oh, come on now, let them play.
It's a weak one.
So Elsie Sturgeon's going to get called with her first foul, team's first of this second period of action. Langston inbounds it into the hands of Poland. Throws it all the way across court. That person's open over there every time. They know to go to it. Almost need to switch it up. Oh, come on!
Yeah, that one there. That's tough.
Kayla Jones going to get nailed with the foul.
They're not going to let them play tonight.
Nope.
And
I say it all the time, Brad, if they call it the same for both teams, I'm fine with it. So inbounding. Gets it in the hands of Poland. Wolverines had a little bit of life here in that first minute and a half of this second period. So there's Langston, bounce pass underneath, puts it up and in. A nice play there designed. And number 11, Donica Norman, the freshman, gets the bucket. The lead back up to 7 now. Trying to get to Kayla Jones cutting. Turns around, gets it to Klobel, and does not get the shot to go. Shots just aren't falling for them tonight. There's the young Norman, almost traveled, but she did not. Into the hands of Haskins. Langston, deep 3, high off the rebound, puts it up. Norman now wants to dribble down, puts it up, does not go. Kayla Jones now with the rebound. Head of steam, right left-hand dribble. Brings it up, slows down a little bit. Under pressure there. Gets in the hands of Delaney, shoots up the 3 ball, drains it, it's good. That's 2 threes for Delaney. She's got 8 of the Wolverines' 18 points.
It's 18-14, just a 4-point lead all of a sudden again. Wolverines hanging
there
tough.
By Poland, Langston launches up that 3 ball, doesn't go. Caitlin Kreitzer is going to end up with it.
You got it.
And
Okay.
a timeout.
Woo!
Well, you gave you 5 of them. You might as well use them. 30-second timeout. I think she was a little afraid of the travel call possibly coming into that one.
Yeah, the difference there was she wasn't laying on the ground, so she was able to establish the 2 legs
Kept her
there.
from doing it.
She got lucky. Sitting
So
here,
early going here. Wolverines outscoring 6-4.
Yeah, it's weird to look at that first quarter play there. It was only 14-8, and it's down to 4. Wolverines are just hanging tough, and I think it's a product of the Tigers so far. I think we'll give them credit. That first quarter they came out and they looked ready to go. Shots were falling. All of a sudden now they've gone cold. It's like 1 for 12 so far in this quarter, and the three-point line has gone away, and the rebounds have finally gone in favor of the Wolverines.
It almost looks like Beaver Falls, they've had, the Wolverines have almost had some uncontested rebounds, is what I call them, for lack of a better word. Kayla Jones finds herself standing right there underneath. So I really think if the Wolverines can get a lead, it could really change the momentum of this game. Elsie Sturgeon now hands to Kayla Jones. From the elbow, puts up a shot. Doesn't go. Tried to save it was Elsie Sturgeon, but a little too far out of bounds.
The only thing there I would say is I want to run my sets just a little bit farther.
Yep. Oh, gets it behind there is Haskins. Puts it down, and a nice save there, and out there to Kayla Jones. Kayla pushing a 1-on-2. She wisely slows it down a little bit. Had Elsie Sturgeon cutting. She's going to put it down. She's going to get fouled.
That's big.
That is big. I really think if you're the Wolverines, I'm not afraid to do that. Drive it down in there. So the foul is on Poland.
It's on number 21, but
I
on the
think
board they
they're
put
wrong.
Poland,
20. I was going to say it should have been on Avina Norman.
Yep, so that's her first foul.
So Kayla Jones from the line mixed the first one. So I think they're going to try to make the adjustment on the board. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, I don't know if they can. They'll probably wait till halftime to make that change potentially. There's a lot of buttons you got to push.
Yes, there is. Kayla Jones now. She's 3 for 3 from the night, I believe. Make it 4 for 4. And now the Wolverines find themselves just down by 2 after being down 8-0 to start the game.
Closest all night long. Wow.
So this time, Beaver Falls, this one's...
Oh, picked up a dribble.
Oh, yep.
You don't do that half court.
Nope. Norman now. Guarded there nicely by Elsie Sturgeon. Kicks it out there to Poland. Poland, how's that not a carry? Puts it up. Haskins uses the glass. Count the point. So now Jones brings it up the court. Surveys the court. Gets a pick from Elsie Sturgeon. Loses the handle, and they're going to say foul on Beaver Falls. That'll be their third of the quarter.
Now that's her third.
Now that's her third foul.
Oof.
As Poland sits there with 3 fouls. And if I recall, there's not a deep bench here. Now that's that they need. They need to recheck the books because she does not have 4. Now,
and they're letting them know.
Oh, dang nabbit. Delaney tried that quick pass to Kreitzer underneath. So now inbounding will be Beaver Falls.
And an official timeout for them to
They're
fix
talking
the
at the board
scoreboard.
now to
Yeah,
figure
they
this
want
out.
to get that. And the coach from Beaver Falls, rightfully so, is
Absolutely.
doing what he can to make that, get that correction in. Because when one of your starters is sitting there with 4 fouls with 2:50 remaining, and it should be 3.
Right.
There's a far touchdown pass. And there is Haskins with the ball. Taken there. Oh, losing her footing. Delaney might have got away with one there. Yep, out there now to Poland. And a timeout taken by Beaver Falls, a 30-second timeout. Tomorrow night, folks, we'll be down, kind of a home-and-home series, as our boys will be down playing Beaver Falls tomorrow night. And 6 o'clock tip-off for JV, varsity to follow.
That's a big one as well for the Wolverines because they have a chance to stay tied with Neshannock for second place basically in the section. Wow, the Beaver Falls Tigers, they're only they're a half game back basically still.
They are. And if you haven't kept prize to our social media pages, Joseph Roth is 41 points away from going over Dan Alloy as second-time all-time leading scorer in Ellwood City history. Of course, first is Miss Annie Malkowiak, and that's like 2,300, I think.
We know that Joseph Roth guy.
Yep.
He had a busy week last week. So
Yes.
did all the Wolverines.
Yes,
Back-to-back
he
nights,
did.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
So coming out of the timeout, both teams, 4 timeouts remaining. They've only used 1. Legston will be inbounding. It's like the first time of the game we've seen an inbound. And that
From the side at least, for sure.
Pulling and Legston.
A little bit of a weave here.
Yep. Trying to go down the lane. Does not get it to go. Who ends up with it is Caitlin Kreitzer. Kreitzer, can she go all the way? Puts it, count it, and gets the and one. Goes into the wall hard, but tough Caitlin Kreitzer bounces up. And a huge play there.
And that's fouls on Haskins, her first. Team's
Should be 4th, I do believe. Now, can Kreitzer
should.
complete the 3-point play? And she does. The Wolverines are now within 1. Really taking over the second quarter of play here is the Wolverines, making some things happen. Can they get a stop here? Defensively, down the lane they come. Puts up the floater, high off the glass, does not go. Norman, the senior Norman, gets it, goes underneath, puts it up, and man, she has that finger roll that just works.
Yep.
She's played a lot of basketball. We've been watching her for years too.
big 8 points for Alvina Norman.
So Wolverines down by 3 into the hands of Claire Noble. Claire finds Kayla Jones cutting. Wants to bounce pass. Oh, it's stolen there. A good play by Poland and coming the other way. Minute 35 remaining in this game. Kicks it out there to Haskins. Haskins wants to go underneath the legs, and you don't see her underneath there very much. Puts it up and gets the roll.
Extra pass.
Is Donica Norman. Minute 20 remaining. The Wolverines were down by 1, and just like that, they find themselves down by 5. Here's Caitlin Kreitzer. Wants to drive. Launches up the 3 ball. In and out of the rim. Does not go. It sure looked good when it left her fingertips. Pulling now with the ball. Wolverines need to stop the bleeding here. Don't want to go down much more than this after half. Kicks out there to Legston. Puts it up way off the mark.
The
Kayla
bank
Jones,
almost went in.
It did. It didn't look good leaving her hands, but she got the bank. There's Kayla Jones. Wants to drive down, puts it up, gets the roll, and puts it in. And a great pick there by Elsie Sturgeon. Sometimes it's the things that don't show up in the box score.
Just like that, kick out of bounds by Claire.
So 39 and a half seconds remaining. Maddie Long's going to check in for Delaney Sturgeon. The good thing for the Wolverines, I would say, in that second quarter of play, it's not over yet, is Delaney got out of there without any fouls, and Claire got out of there with no fouls. So I put pressure on here, Brad. Don't let them wait till the last shot.
Yep, I agree. I want that last shot. No shot
And
clock.
force them
I
to do
want
something.
it. Yep.
So Poland
Walk
now.
up there. There you go.
Yep.
There you go. Make
Make
that
her do
5-second
something.
call.
Got the 5-second mark going. She hands it off there to Haskins. Haskins drives down the lane, bounce pass underneath. Fighting for it is Claire Noble. And they're going to say jump ball.
It's going to
And
stay
it's
with the
going to
Tigers.
stay with the Tigers of Beaver Falls. Some other big games going on tonight. What Neshannock girls are at, or Mohawk and Neshannock are playing. Not sure where that game is. It's at one of them 2 places. I can't tell you that. Oh, loses the handle. Kreitzer all over. She gets the steal with 6 seconds to go. Brings it down the court, and she's going to be fouled.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
If you're
Okay. Still 3 seconds left, though. It's
there
only
is,
team's 4th.
yes, they'll have a chance for an inbound play, but that is on number 4, Legston, her second.
I tell you what, a little bit of foul trouble.
Yep.
Just the
Picking up the
slightest
fouls
bit.
there.
They're saying that's the 5th.
They are saying
Oh, yeah,
5.
I thought
They're
they
going to the line.
Okay.
missed one back there. So Miss Caitlin Kreitzer go to the line to shoot 2. I tell you what, if the I'll save it for 3.4 seconds. But if Wolverines come out of this half only down by a couple, I think we'll take it after being I don't want to say outplayed, just Beaver Falls came out shooting hard and shooting good.
I think that's a different second quarter. The shots weren't falling initially, and I think Beaver Falls had to start playing underneath the hoop just the slightest bit more.
Well, and the other thing is they're 3 balls. They've got some 3 balls off, but not getting them fall. Langston is a game changer. She gets hot. First shot by Caitlin is good. Second shot forthcoming. Kreitzer sitting there with 4 points. And make it 5 points now. Is here the Wolverines. Oh, she almost, no! How that's not called. Puts up the deep 3, and it does not go.
Wow.
And folks, we got ourselves a ball game. It's 24-23 in favor of Beaver Falls. That quarter was all Ellwood City as they outscored them 15-10.
Wow.
So
I think you've got not 1, not 2, but about, 40 some astonished Beaver Falls fans, and then you throw in about, I would say, at least 200-300 Wolverine fans that are like, is this seriously a 1-point game?
Yep.
And it is. So we'll take a little bit of a break here. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit about our upcoming schedule. We're all over the place. You're going to have to stay with us for the next 6 or 7 days. If you don't like us, I got nothing for you. It's halftime. Wolverines down by 1.
Okay, I'm going to go check that food situation out.
All right, folks, welcome back here. Halftime is about ready to wrap up here shortly as we're bringing you third quarter action here. It's 24-23. Wolverines outscored the Tigers 15-10 in that second quarter. And we've got a ball game here, folks. And Thad, we're in for a good treat for the rest of the week. We've got streams Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday all chimed in. We'll talk about them for LSC Sports.
Oh, a turnover right off the bat for the Wolverines. I like the play design, but Beaver Falls was ready for it because we ran it every inbound of the season. And, travel. I'm sorry.
So it'll be back over to the Wolverines here.
After the turnover.
Got to limit the turnovers, but both teams, it's sloppy we saw in that first quarter.
Caitlin Kreitzer drives down the lane, lost the handle of it, and double dribble.
And there you go. It's like a repeat of the first half.
Yes.
It must be Groundhog Day.
You ever, we're going next year. I don't care what we have going on. We're going to leave at
it's called
4
school.
o'clock in the afternoon on February 1st.
Remember, you're going to have to get somebody to cover for me. That costs money.
Field trip. There's a kick out there.
Okay.
To Haskins. Does not go. Who ends up with it is Norman. Turns around. Legston goes down the lane, puts it up, and Delaney Sturgeon with the rebound.
Yep, shots
brings it
continue.
up the court. She had cousin Elsie catching to the hoop. Delaney Sturgeon now takes it back out there to Kreitzer.
I think if Avina wasn't covering her, she may have pulled that three.
Yep, I kind of think so. Trying to get
There's
Kayla Jones cut to the hoop. Nobody home. Gets it out to Kreitzer. Fakes the three. Kicks it out there to Delaney Sturgeon. Fakes. Underneath the cousin Elsie. Elsie,
pass.
the ditch. And it's
there
good.
We go.
And Claire Noble gives a little point to Elsie Sturgeon because they just got the first lead of the game at the 6:35 mark. But, and going to get the and one. Elsie Sturgeon. I don't know what happened there. So Elsie Sturgeon gets her second. Number 2 then, Pullen, who made the shot, is now going to get the opportunity for the and one and does not go. And who ends up with it? Dadgum. Beaver Falls again with that rebound. Puts it down there, puts it up, doesn't go. Another rebound. Legston from 3, doesn't go. Caitlin Kreitzer with it. You got about a 2-on-2. She pulls up, almost got legs in the Fowler. Kicks it out there to Noble, fakes the 3, jumping around there. Doesn't get it. And off the fingertips. Goes into the hands of Norman. Norman now. The older Norman now puts it in to Poland to set up an offensive play. And a timeout taken, something that Coach Don Henderson from Beaver Falls did not like there.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
And he burns one.
3 minutes in, it's kind of back and forth. Sloppy turnovers, sloppy shots, and 26-25 at half. 2.5 minutes in.
That was a 30 second.
Yep. So a couple things here, folks. Tomorrow night we'll be down at Beaver Falls for the varsity boys basketball game. Wednesday night we'll be back for senior night, and it's wrestling, 6 and 7 o'clock Wednesday night. Thursday the girls will be at Laurel. Laurel Athletics will have that coverage there. We'll post the streams. Friday night we'll be back here for the Rivelle Cup senior night for the boys basketball team. And then, there's that thing called Saturday
I
at
have
Shenango.
a feeling if you're coming Friday night,
You want to come early.
come early. I don't know if we'll ever see the Jim Fuller
I don't
that
think
we
so.
have that night. There's a steal by Delaney Sturgeon. Delaney wants to drive it down. Loses the handle, puts it up to Caitlin Kreitzer, and up and in. Do you give her an assist or no?
It ain't pretty, but it falls.
It
Wow.
works. So Norman gets it out there to Legston. Does a little Euro step. It makes it look easy. Got behind the defense. Now, Kayla Jones wanting to do the same thing. She goes down, puts it up, doesn't go, gets her own rebound, puts it up off the glass, and she's going to be fouled. And she's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Fouls on number 3, Haskins. That's her second. So the Tigers with 3 players with at least 2 fouls.
Yep, and I think if I'm Coach Noble, I'm just putting a little bug in their ear.
Yep.
Drive. make them
go to the bench.
So Kayla Jones from this side of the court. And, does not go. A rare miss there for Miss Kayla Jones. Now, second shot for Kayla. And that one don't go. Elsie made a valiant effort to try to get through, but she gets this. Kayla Jones gets the steal, but throws it back in the attempt. Langston gets it in her hands. She comes down, gets it to Poland to run the offense. Beaver Falls up by 1. Underneath there. And man, they're calling everything now. They really are on both teams. They're playing it tight.
I get it. I understand it. But if the feet don't leave the ground,
Yeah.
You might as well go in there every time.
Claire's third foul, team second.
At the 5:01 mark, Claire Noble with her third foul. First shot does not go for Norman. Second shot does not go, and Claire Noble gets the rebound. No foul called there. Far pass down there, and wisely tipped out of bounds by Avina Norman to break up the fast break play. Good defense there. So, kicks her out there to Delaney, launches up the 3 ball off the back of the rim. She's 2 for 3 tonight from 3 land. She had too much time to think about that one. So here comes the defense of Ellwood City. Kicks it in the hands of Haskins this time. Now it's back out to Poland. Taylor Poland, the sophomore, pretty good ball handler. Tries to get down the lane, does a little nifty move there. And that was a product of Claire Noble having 3 fouls. And she was handicapped underneath there, not really able to do much. Now Beaver Falls up by 3. Wolverines need a score. Launches up a 3. And Langston with the rebound.
Yeah.
Now into the hands of Poland. Running that point. It's going to be on Ellwood City. On Beaver Falls?
Yeah, they're going to call
number 11, her second, team second.
So
wow.
3 Beaver Falls starters with 2 fouls apiece, 1 with 3 at the halfway point of this third period.
Wolverines just need to get our set running here. They need a play.
Yep, not that kind of play though. Coming the other way, the turnover. The nice tip drill there. Puts it up, doesn't go. Caitlin Kreitzer with the ball. Yep, just take a breath, slow it down a little bit. But she's going to push. Wants to go all the way, coast to coast. Don't listen to me.
Nope.
Just play some basketball. And she did that. I think everybody except her thought she was going to slow down. Langston now coming the other way. She does a little misdirection. Pretty play there by Langston. She's got 14. They've not been able to neutralize her. It's back up by 3. Kreitzer gets the play call. Bounce pass out there to Delaney. Goes to Elsie at the foul line. Puts up a floater. Gets the roll, and it's good. Elsie Sturgeon gets on the scoreboard. Wolverines now back to that, I wouldn't say a hard press. You almost need to. And there's going to be, Norman just got over the hands. There's a shot. Does not go. Kayla Jones now with the rebound. Coming the other way. Down by 1. Jones wants to put it all the way in. Does not go. And who gets it is Poland. Now coming the other way. Now Haskins. Now Poland gets it. So Wolverines down by 1. Have not been able to get that run here in the first 5.5 minutes. Norman now gets it up, gives it to Langston, down, puts it up, it's short. Claire Noble with the rebound. Now, coming the other way is Noble. Loses it off her foot. That's got to be a travel.
Yeah, full rollover like that. Usually they call it.
Yep, they do, but not that time. Now, here's Langston. She will drive. Not that time. There's Norman. Almost got her pocket picked by Delaney Sturgeon, and Delaney's going to be the last to touch it. And a full timeout now taken by the Wolverines. They have 3 remaining.
I think you could see the fatigue a little bit there for the Wolverines.
Yeah.
They're playing defense nonstop, and then you go and run up the court, and you have to do it all over again.
I sometimes wish they would just maybe slow things down a little bit. When I say that, though, they go and get an easy layup. So,
well, it's because they heard our broadcast talk about the shot clock.
Yeah.
But you know what? There could be worse things. This is my food for thought of the day. I'm gonna start something. Try to find something quirky, something different going on in the WPIAL or around the Western PA.
Okay, all right,
sports
fire
athletics.
away.
At least we now know for sure, guaranteed, that the girls are going to play 22 games. At least we know that the boys are going to play 22 games. At least we decided not to schedule a 23rd game.
Okay.
There are 2 teams out there that had to cancel games because they were going to play 23 games.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's a good talk. That's District 10 for you.
Okay.
I didn't say that out loud.
No.
I shouldn't say that because there was a District 7 team, and we played them. Ambridge. Boys basketball played too many games. You got to be careful about that.
Yes, you do. They sometimes frown upon that. So the Wolverines down by 1. Beaver Falls after the Ellwood City timeout. Gets in the hands of Poland. Oh, she wanted to bounce underneath, but well covered there. Norman now does a little nifty move, and she's going to travel. I was so afraid we were going to get a foul call there.
Yeah, because it was a trip, but it was
I
one
think
of those.
Forward momentum was already established, and the trip going to happen. So the Wolverines now with a $137.
Looking for the second lead of the game.
Wants to drive, loses the handle. Noble gets it, wants to drive down that lane, puts it up and counted. It's good. And we need to get Claire Noble in the scoring bracket here. She's got 7 points. I'd love to see her get a few more, as now the Wolverines have a 1-point lead with 1:13 remaining. Coming down through there, kicks it out. Langston covered there by Delaney Sturgeon. And she's going to reach. Oh, she didn't. So Poland now. Go contest her. Trying to set up a play. Guarded there, stops the foul line. Kicks it out there, trying to go. Nice dribbling there by Haskins. Now back out to Poland. 45 seconds remaining. Gets a pick. Lays it up as Poland off the side of the rim. Does not go. Who ends up with it is Claire Noble after it gets bounced around. Now coming the other way with 35 seconds. Noble picks it up. Out to Delaney. Puts up the floater shot. Gets it and it's good. She's in double digits. Wolverines their largest lead of the night. She's got to watch that stutter step, though. She almost did it there. For those who don't normally listen, Delaney Sturgeon is my daughter. I'm her biggest fan, but her biggest critic. So there's Poland. Deep 3 that time. Off the back rim, does not go. Delaney with the rebound. 4 seconds. She looks at the clock. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Launches it up. Oh, off the side of the rim. Oh, that was close. Oh. Okay, Brad, game reset here.
Yeah.
It is 35-32 in favor of the Wolverines. Wolverines outscoring there 12-8. Folks, stop the press, hold the phone. Wow, we got a ball game.
Yes, we do. We'll take a timeout. 4th quarter action next on Ellwood City Sports.
crowd in student section is getting into this one. They understand the importance. The Wolverines, their largest lead of the night as we start the fourth quarter, 35-32. So setting up an offense is Beaver Falls. Goes down underneath to Norman, and you better believe they're going to be doing that here at this game now. But Claire Noble, the senior, with the rebound on this senior night. She wants to drive, kicks it out to Kreitzer for three. Off the side of the rim, don't go, giving chase. And who ends up with it is Norman. Delaney Sturgeon trying to get the steal, and oh no! They're going to say Beaver Falls ball, and I'm not quite sure. The student section is there to let the official know that they disagree, but I don't think he's hearing them. Well, he might be hearing them, but he's not listening to them. So now, gets that screen, down the lane she goes, puts it up, doesn't go, and that's wonderful for the Wolverines. Over the back foul on number 2, Poland, and now she's sitting there with 4 with 7:18 remaining. She's going to have to be careful, and the Wolverines need to be aware.
That on the flip side, you know what I'm saying. Drive it right to her.
Yep.
Make her defend you.
Yep, Kreitzer now.
There you go.
Puts it down, puts it up, and can't get it to go. Giving chase is Poland. She's going to bring it up the court. She wants to drive down the lane, puts it up, and doesn't go, and tries to save it. Valiant effort there by Taylor Poland, but off her fingertips, out of bounds. The Wolverines have got to capitalize on these empty possessions by Beaver Falls, and you can say the same for Beaver Falls. Now, the junior, Kreitzer, brings it up the court. She looks, has Kayla Jones cutting, setting up a play. Kreitzer now in the hands of Noble. Tried to get a screen from the foul line is Noble, and can't get it to go. Who ends up with it? Delaney Sturgeon puts a jumper up. It's short. She gets her own rebound, puts it up, kisses the glass. Oh, it does not go. Are you kidding me? They're saying jump ball on the line, and it's favoring
of the Wolverines.
So that one shot of Delaney I thought was money. It just rolled out. I was halfway through the cylinder and went down the basket. Once again, another balanced attack for the Wolverines. 10-9, 7-7. Kicks it out there to Delaney. She's got the three. Count it, it's good! Yes! The 6-point lead for the Wolverines. They left her wide open again, Brad, and she made them pay that time.
And the student section
is now alive with a 6-point lead. Norman, she wants to drive. Kicks it out there to Haskins. Haskins, she's going to drive out there to Legston. She does the glass, puts it up, and Kayla Jones with the ball. She's coming down the court. It's a 1-on-4. Loses the handle, but puts it up. Count it, it's good! 40-32, an 8-0 run for the Wolverines. Nine-0 run. You can correct me, that's okay. Far from perfect. Legston now. She'll make something happen. Bounce pass out there. Launches up to three. Does not go. Kayla Jones with the rebound. Yes, slow it down. Slow it down. Nope, she's not going to do it. Puts it up off the glass. Big rebound there by Norman. Coming the other way is Legston.
Gotta get back. Yep, you let that one go.
You got 4 fouls. And I think right now, Beaver Falls wants a timeout. And you can see Coach Noble telling Kayla, let's slow it down. A full timeout taken. As the Wolverines really, the power of the three. The three ball, I don't care. It can change the momentum of a game. We've seen it. How many years have you been doing this? I referenced that earlier.
Well, this would be year 6.
It's 6 for football.
For basketball?
I guess my 4th year. No, it's been 5. I don't know.
4 or 5.
Time flies when you're having fun, folks. And quite honestly, we're having fun.
But yeah, a 9-2 run because it was 31-32. Beaver Falls had a lead, and then 4 straight points by the Wolverines gave them that 35-32 lead to finish the quarter. And since then, a 9-2 run, and you would have not thought this about an hour and a half ago.
No, you wouldn't have. You don't. There, that what was it? 8-0 run to start the game by Beaver Falls, and the Wolverines. I'll give them credit. They've battled back.
And I think more importantly, this may be the first time we actually won that second quarter. That's been the kryptonite.
Yep, exactly. The second quarter has been kind of a dead quarter, and this time there's the first quarter, bouncing back. So
5-16, 2 timeouts for Beaver Falls. Nobody in foul trouble this quarter as a team other than Poland with 4.
Yes. So now, Kreitzer now with the ball, getting direction from the junior Kayla. Gets it into the hands of Kayla Jones. Kayla now wanting to slow it down a little bit is the Wolverines. Jones under heavy pressure there. Dribbles out of it. Kicks it over there to Delaney. Kicks it back out to Kreitzer. Kreitzer, I like the ball movement here. And they're actually just kind of like sucking in the defense, waiting for somebody to get down behind. If they can get the ball to Elsie Sturgeon underneath, she is all alone. It'll be a far pass. Kreitzer now.
That's 5. They're going to call a 3-second violation, lane violation on the Wolverines.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, and
I think maybe she fell asleep in there a little bit. So, empty possession. Ran about 30 seconds off the clock, but you sure do like to score when that happens to you. Wolverines kind of doing that man-to-man defense. Elsie Sturgeon on Norman. She's held her in check pretty well tonight, keeping Norman to 8 points. They're trying to get people to cut to the hoop. Puts it up. Does not go. Delaney Sturgeon with the rebound. Gets it to Kayla Jones. Jones down that far side. Slows it down a little bit.
There comes the double team.
Yep.
There you
underneath
go.
to Delaney.
Right back out.
Oh, wanted to go underneath. And
oh, man.
Wise. A travel. Wow. I thought Delaney was going for the jump ball as she held on it. And the official called it right. When she turns on her side like that, it was all Ellwood City chance. So inbounding is Kreitzer. Gets it to Elsie Sturgeon. Kicks it out there to Delaney. This time they don't shoot quick. Now Jones, they're double teaming. They're going to have to, and a foul. And who's it on? Number 3, Haskins, so her third. 3:45 remaining. As far as the quarter goes, the Wolverines with 0 fouls, Beaver Falls with 2. And you see the Beaver Falls coach, Coach Henderson, kind of saying, get up there to make something happen.
Now the Wolverines, honestly, you need a set play here. You need to get something going north.
Well, you're almost frustrating them to foul you. At this stage of the game, it's early yet with 3:27. A nice jump ball there to Noble. Now back out. Now back out. Little pitch and catch going on here. Bounce pass. Need to move up across that timeline a little bit. Now Noble. 20 seconds gone on this play. Noble now. Needs some help. The whole crowd did what you just did, Brad. Now Kayla Jones, as she almost went over the timeline. Then there's going to be a foul on number 21, and we'll take that. They ran 38 seconds off the clock there and still have possession. But I'd rather have an 8-10 point lead than sitting here at 6. Underneath to Delaney Sturgeon. She wanted to go. Bounce back out to Jones. Jones now wants to drive. Back out to Delaney. Kicks it to Claire Noble. Good ball handling here by the Wolverines. Legston all over Noble. She dribbles around. Wants to get a pick.
Needs some help.
She needs some help. And who gets it? And they're going to call it jump ball. Beaver Falls possession. We say all the time they need to kill clock, but you got to be ready to help them out when they're double teaming. And right now, do not let Legston get a 3-point shot.
Yep.
If I'm the Wolverines, go ahead, I'll concede the 2. Not you want to concede points at any point, but do not give up a 3. There's Norman driving, and it's going off her thigh.
Wow.
And I believe Elsie Sturgeon, another one of those plays, Brad.
She just stayed at home, and yet somehow,
I'm telling you what,
floated out of bounds.
trying to get the inbound to full court press. Got to get it in and gets it to Delaney Sturgeon. Oh, no. Oh, and Langston tried to save it, and she did. It would have been Beaver Falls ball. Kicks it out there to Haskins. I beg your pardon, Poland, little shake and bake. Puts it up, and she traveled! It's going to be a turnover. Good googly moogly. 2:10 remaining. The Wolverines up by 6, and a great timeout here. She's got 3 of them left as Coach Noble wants a timeout. Wow. Student section in. The adult crowd is in.
We're in.
Full timeout.
Head coach Dina Noble had to get
Correction,
this guy's
30
attention.
Makes it a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, she had to get all 3 officials' attention to call
I
that
like what the
timeout.
Wolverines have done in the last minute 45, maybe 2 minutes of play, but there's been no scoring.
Well, I can guarantee you in that huddle, I would say, okay, we're done trying to kill this clock because it has produced turnovers.
I guess more importantly, though, if the shot is there, take it.
Yes.
Because we've seen.
Or if you're open and nobody's guarding you, just go to the hoop because what are you going to do? Contact, a foul, at least you get a good quality shot.
Right. And Beaver Falls is going to be doing that full court press right now. They're sitting there at 3 fouls, so one more foul.
You got some wiggle room.
A little bit of room, but not a lot. Bounce pass into Kayla Jones.
Go. Just go. Just go.
Kicks it out. Turned over there. That's not the go. But a tip ball by Jones. Kreitzer ends up with it. She needs some help. How's that not a foul for crying out loud? Good grief. Haskins with the bucket and a timeout quickly taken. You sneezed on somebody against the wind earlier in this game. They called a foul, and now you're letting anything go.
Well, now you know. Now you know. So, once again, this has to be, honestly, they're not guarding the ball or the person with the ball. Honestly, you get the ball, just beeline. Just get across the timeline and let's set up. 40-36. Ellwood City with 2 timeouts. Beaver Falls with 1. Minute 53 remaining. Still a 2-possession ball game here, in a sense, being 4 points. I would naturally say the first to 40 is going to win. All year long, it's been pretty much first to 60.
Yep. So the Wolverines really need to get a bucket here. One to get it inbounded. Gets it into Delaney. We had a whistle, a horn blow. And I don't know what the officials over talking.
So we went up a second. It was minute 53. It's now minute 54.
Okay. So now inbounding. Bounce pass to Kayla Jones. She needs a little help. Going to get a foul. And that is on
Number
3, and that is
That'll
5 fouls. 4.
Her fourth.
4.
That's her fourth, team's fourth. So any more, it's shooting.
That's huge to get the Wolverines into the bonus. Now gets it inbounded and throws it down there. Who ends up with it? Norman, and they're going to call jump ball possession arrow in favor of Ellwood City. Heads up play by the Sturgeon cousins to get on top of that. Wow, this is...
These last 3 minutes. What in the world is this? Woo.
Yeah.
This is football.
Pretty much so.
Ball's been on the court more than anything else.
There, inbounds to Elsie Sturgeon. Bounce pass to Delaney Sturgeon. Delaney dribbles around.
Go.
Looking for some help. Gets it to Kayla Jones.
Just go to the court.
Kayla
there
Jones
you go.
is going to go down the lane, puts
Thank
it up,
you.
and she's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
And now you're in the bonus.
And now we're in the bonus. So with a minute 32, Wolverines find themselves in the bonus, up by 4. The foul was on
number 11, her third, team's 5th.
Okay, so the foul was on Donica Norman, the freshman. So Kayla Jones with 2 big free throws here. Hard-fought game between two very good teams. Wolverines up by 4. And make it 5. It rolls the rim, falls down through the cylinder. That's how you get a point.
That's her 10th point. Real good balance attack here when you look up at that scoreboard.
Yep, Delaney with 13, Kayla with 10, Kreitzer with 9, Noble with 7.
For the second.
Make it
Big.
11 points for Jones. It's 6-point
Quick
lead.
inbounded.
2-possession game. Minute 28 remaining. Wolverines 0 fouls in this, so they have some fouls to give if they need to. Langston puts it up. Off the glass, don't go, puts it up. Don't go. Who gets the rebound? Possession off of Beaver Falls. Ellwood City ball. And right now the Wolverines got to be careful. Jones now trying to bring it up the court, and a blocking foul on number 3, Drayvon Haskins. Kayla Jones going to go. That's making something happen there by Kayla Jones.
That is her 5th foul.
So Drayvon Haskins played a heck of a game. Just 4 points, but did a lot. Hand on the ball. Wolverines up by 6. A minute 12 remaining. Kayla Jones now to the line. Haskins will be leaving the game. The first shot for Kayla Jones. What's she doing from the foul line? I think she's about 5 for 6.
Yep.
None are going to be much bigger than this.
Double zeros. Maria Pace comes in to sub in for Haskins.
First shot by Jones is good. It's a 3-possession ball game. Wolverines up by 7. Second shot by Jones is good. Now down the court is Legson. Drives. Blocked there. All ball by Delaney Sturgeon. Kicks it back out. A minute remaining. In the hands of Poland. Pulls up a deep 3 and makes it. Holy cow. That was huge. And the last timeout now is taken. I never thought in a million years Poland would pull up and shoot from there, but she made it. A full timeout, and I think they're out of timeouts, are they not? It says one up there. Yes, now there's a 0.
You know what this reminds me of? This is going old school. Big East basketball.
Yeah, it's
Pitt
old.
and Syracuse.
I wasn't
all
watching
over.
back then. So now
55.5 seconds. Beaver Falls out of timeouts. 5-point lead. No fouls to give. It's 6 fouls to 0. And give credit to Wolverines. Somehow, some way, 0 fouls this quarter. And they have held the Beaver Falls Tigers to 15 second-half points so far.
that's huge. I'm glad you pointed that out, Brad.
I mean, granted, you got 21, but you've held the Tigers to 15.
Yep. And quite honestly, if the Tigers would have kept shooting like they did in the first period of play,
that's
it'd be about 65 to 44.
I was going to say, that 3 turns into a 6 real fast.
So after the full timeout, and here they come, the Wolverines. They'll be inbounding. Expect that full court pressure. Laney Sturgeon with 13. Kayla Jones with 13. You're allowed to do that. Kicks it in just in time to Claire Noble. Claire cross court to Kayla Jones. Gets it over the timeline just in time. Jones now. They're going to need to foul her. She protects that ball. Bounce pass. Dribbling around. Almost begging for him to get her. 40 seconds. 5-point lead by the Wolverines. Jones. And she's fouled there by, I believe, Donick and Norman. But more importantly there, they ran about 13 seconds off that clock, Brad. And now Jones.
Correction, 0 with the foul.
Okay.
Her first.
Guaranteed that was designed whenever
Yep.
you get the ball, get Maria there, get that first foul.
Yes, she has fouls to give. Now Jones. Oh, off the rim, does not go. Still that 5-point lead. She's been clutch from the line. Second shot forthcoming. Puts it up, and it is good. 6-point lead for the Wolverines. The coach from Beaver Falls telling her to hurry up. As it drive down the lane, she puts it up, and she's going to be fouled.
Yeah,
and she's going to go to the line for 2, and that's going to be, I believe, on Claire Noble, her 4th.
Yeah, she kind of unfortunately fell forward with her arms, hit the arm there.
Yep. So, first shot does not go. The Wolverines now up by 6. Need a rebound here if this is a miss. Second shot is good. Now inbounding is the Wolverines. Gets it in quickly. I like that. By Jones. Jones picks the ball up, and she's going to be pushed from behind by
and
number 2,
perfect.
Poland.
Are they going to? Oh, boy. Is that intentional now? Yes, they are. Wow, they're calling it intentional.
Intentional, so that's what?
Ooh.
2 shots free?
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's her 5th. That's the.
I mean,
two
you know
free.
they're going to foul.
Yeah, 2 free in the ball.
So that is huge. You're going to get 2 shots. Well, you're going to get 2 shots anyway because you have 8 fouls.
The big thing is you get the ball afterwards.
So, Kayla Jones. Ooh. That was a hard hit there.
Yeah, that was definitely intentional.
That was on Poland. That was her 5th. She leaves the game with 8 points. Kayla Jones now uncontested free throws and misses the first one.
These are the hardest free throws.
Oh, yeah, you're out there in an island all on your own.
At least we get the ball.
But the key there after that is your guaranteed possession.
Yes.
Second shot by Jones. She has 14 on the night. Oh, in and out of the rim. Does not go.
That's okay.
So, still a 5-point lead for the Wolverines, and they will be inbounding here. Beaver Falls out of timeouts. And Coach Dina wants that timeout used now, and wisely so. So up by 5.
So full timeout by Ellwood City there.
So game reset, 45-50. The Wolverines, how many points in this half? 21.
27.
27.
Nope,
That's
I
why
can't,
you're
I
the
can't count. I can't count. I was looking at the wrong one.
So I was right?
No, 22.
All right, we're both wrong.
Because it was 23 and a half.
So.
So 22 to.
Yes, there we go.
22 to 16.
So
it's a Monday night.
It is a Monday.
In the MAC action. The MACtion.
So.
Wow.
22 and a half seconds remaining. As we said, no timeout. Both teams are out of timeouts. The scoreboard don't say that, but I think it should be 0.
I got one.
Oh, we do have one remaining?
Yep, one for the Wolverines. Yep.
All right. So now inbounding is the Wolverines up by 5.
Anywhere, go that way.
Yep. Oh, and passed it into the hands of Norman. She was trying to get Delaney cut into the hoop, but it didn't work. Langston launches up a 3. It's short. Who gets the rebound? Almost stolen there by Delaney. And it, tipped out, but she wasted 9 seconds doing it.
I like the fact when she tips it, arm straight up.
Yeah.
12.2.
So the Wolverines do have fouls to give if they get something going on. Deep 3 by Langston. Off the rim, don't go. Kayla Jones with the rebound. Up the court she comes, and she's going to be fouled there.
That's intentional, too.
By Langston, but,
wow.
I mean, they're going to be intentional now. You know it. Give kudos to Langston. She helped her up. I like to see that. Jones is going to go to the line for 2. 3.6 seconds remaining to shoot 2. uncontested because it was intentional and was not hit very well. Now they're saying they can go up.
Yep,
They got to have at least 2 people
intentional.
underneath there. So
it wasn't intentional. Okay.
what a ball game, Brad.
Oh, it's something else.
On
that's
senior
for sure.
night as we wind in.
It starts
down
off our
the home
week.
court. Yes, it does. Kayla Jones now. First shot is good. 6-0.
Story tonight, Kayla Jones. 6 straight free throws,
Yes.
points-wise. Looking to make it 7.
And
Nope.
no, it does not go. Legston legs it out, and the clock strikes 0 as the Wolverines win 46-40. Little celebration in the center of the court. A big section win for the Wolverines here tonight, Brad. As they kind of bounce back from that first loss earlier in the season to Beaver Falls. A hard-fought game by both teams. And once the Wolverines took the lead, I wouldn't say they never looked back, but they didn't give the lead back to Beaver Falls. So what a game for the Wolverines. Delaney Sturgeon with 13, Kayla Jones 15, 5 big free throws toward the end of the game. Claire Noble on this senior night scores 7. Caitlin Kreiser with 9, and Elsie Sturgeon with 2. Give Legston credit, she scored 16.
Second half was 23-16. It's not pretty when you only put up 23 each half, but 46 was the mark.
On that name, though, Brad, with this girls' team, the Wolverines, we say 23. There's a lot of years where you're very happy with that. This team's been averaging, I think, 62 points a game coming into tonight. So
that win,
not the offensive power that we normally see, but
at least
the defense was there to slow it down as well.
And that win there guarantees you at least a share of third place. More importantly, you're pretty much that third seed locked up from the MAC conference.
Well, the thing is, Beaver Falls plays Neshannock later in the week, and that could be very telling. Neshannock with a win there will pretty much lock up section champions again. And I say that as a compliment to Neshannock. They play well every year.
I got an update for you because of that, Neshannock. I mean, we need help. Mohawk would have to pull the upset to beat Neshannock, and then Beaver Falls would have to beat Neshannock. And then if Ellwood beats Laurel, we would have a 3-way tie for a section. And right now, it is Neshannock 26, Mohawk 24.
Wow.
3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Okay, so we'll keep apprised to that. And as always, folks, keep updated to our social media accounts, our Facebook page, EllwoodCityWolverines.com, as well as the Twitter thing we got going on. We'll be back tomorrow night broadcasting about 5 to 6 from Beaver Falls as our boys go down there for that JV game, varsity game, position to be there at 7:30. A big night, a big week for basketball, not just for Ellwood City, but if you're a fan of high school sports, this week is a big one. We know we're in the playoffs, and that seeding is noon or 3 o'clock on on Monday of next week. So they'll drag that out for about a 2-hour broadcast. So,
which we don't mind because Don Rebel is the man.
Yep, he's doing it.
If there's 2 guys, it's Mike White and Don Rebel.
Yep, we are blessed to have them here in the WPIL covering things. So, anything else, guys? With that, on behalf of Dakota Marshall, the producer, the man with the plan, the man that knows everything, Mr. Brad Windhorst, and myself, Thad Sturgeon, we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast as much as we've enjoyed presenting it to you. Good night, everybody.